7:01. Call roll.
Chair McCucci?
Present.
Vice Chair Risberger?
Here.
Commissioner Maskin?
Here.
Commissioner Baskin?
Here.
Commissioner Lettuce?
Here.
Commissioner Swan?
Here.
Commissioner Harlan?
Here.
Councilmember Wooden? Big move.
Okay. And do we have any correspondence? Do we have any petitioners? No. Okay. So we will start with new business. That is for applicant Steve and Beverly Groover of 51 Woodside Avenue. The applicant is Unique Builders and Remodeling LLC to talk about the proposal of a construction of a 742 square foot addition to the existing structure located at 51 Woodside Avenue. This property is a single family home, and we will pass it over to you.
Okay. I'm Joe Camrata from Unique Builders. I'm representing the Groovers. Stephen and Beverly have been in this community probably 70-something years. They've owned a business. They currently live on South Side. It was his brother's house. He passed away about a year ago, and they're looking to downsize beyond one level. That's why they wanted to do an addition there. It's roughly 742 square feet, a new front porch, a master bathroom, bedroom, expanding the dining room, living room, and expanding the garage, so it's a little bit deeper. Conforms to all the setbacks. Site plan, page C1, you can see the highlighted areas, that's going to be the additions. And then the floor plan is on A101. And then the elevations is A201. So along with the addition, all new windows, all new siding, all new roof, so it'll look like a brand new house. It's a great neighborhood. I've done work 3 doors down with an addition that was a couple hundred square feet. Be happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any discussion or questions from the commissioners? No? You said you had some questions.
Well, I had questions. I called Stephen earlier today mainly because of the statement under the, where is it here? Under the site plan review, where it should be noted that the side setback on the garage side does not meet the 15-foot required setback, and the ZBA has provided prior interpretation that garages entirely used as accessory structures are required to meet the setback for garage structures and not habitable space. I was confused by that statement because the garage can be up to a foot from the property line, and they're adding onto the garage, so it should meet that setback. But the difference was that the garage is attached to the house, which throws this into a little bit of a quandary when it comes to zoning and planning. And a house has to be 15 feet from the setback. So I guess the bottom line is the ZBA said that this is looked at as a garage, and so it's within the setback, so it's fine.
And further on that diagram, it looks like it's not going 15 feet and encroaching further that direction, it's going the other way.
Yeah.
Right. The question where it becomes a possible problem is if you had like let's say they were putting a second story on the house and building over the garage, then you suddenly have a residential area built up near that setback, and then what do you do? So, because by their rules and by what the ZBA said, you could build a 2-story house with a garage underneath a foot from the property line, which doesn't seem right. It seems a little crazy. So, but I think this is fine. So, I guess to make a long story long, I have no further questions.
So just for clarification on that statement, if you have a non-conforming structure that does not meet the setback requirement, an expansion of a non-conforming structure, even if it's not into the setback, it's still the expansion of a non-conforming structure and does require zoning review. So if the ZBA determined that a garage structure, even if it's attached to a house, has to meet the requirement of a 15-foot setback, even building that garage deeper, you're still expanding a non-conforming structure and it would have required additional zoning review. You would need a variance because if something's non-conforming, you can't build it bigger and say, well, I'm building it deeper. It's not going to encroach any further into the setback. You're still increasing a non-conforming thing.
Has the ZBA reviewed this particular property and made that determination, or?
No, the ZBA, we've submitted 3 projects just like this, and they finally said, this is not something you should keep sending to us because our interpretation of this code is that attached garages that pre-exist, that are already, do not have to meet the habitable space requirement for the setback, which I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna clarify the code so that we can kind of clean that language up a little bit.
Okay.
It comes up once every like 3 years.
Here we are.
Here we are, sorry, our 3rd annual garage session.
Well, I think the proposed work looks great. I don't have too many questions myself. Do any other commissioners have anything they want to discuss?
I think it's gonna add value to, I'm sorry to interrupt.
I'd just like a house tour.
Yeah, I think it's gonna add value to the house and to the neighborhood, and thereby the city, so, yeah, great.
I agree. My mom lives right down on Hazel Street, so I'm hop, skip, and a jump from there. Okay, well, in that case, I will make a motion to consider this a type 2 action under seeker.
So moved.
This type 2 action is for construction or expansion of a single family, a 2-family, or a 3-family residence on an approved lot, including provision of necessary utility connection as provided in paragraph 13 of the subdivision, and the installation, maintenance, or upgrade of a drinking water well or a septic system, or both, and conveyances of land in connection therewith. That's it, right?
Any discussion?
Yeah. I made a motion.
Right.
He seconded.
Oh, you seconded it, okay. Any discussion? Great, we'll call roll.
Chairman Pucci,
Yes.
Vice Chair Risberger,
Yes.
Commissioner Maskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Maskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Lettuce,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan,
Yes.
Commissioner Hall.
Yes.
Great. And I will further make a motion to approve this site plan review as presented with the proposed addition of the 742-foot square footage addition to the existing structure at 51 Woodside Avenue.
So moved.
Any discussion? Call roll.
Chairman Pucci,
Yes.
Vice Chair Risberger,
Yes.
Commissioner Maskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Baskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Lettuce,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan,
Yes.
Commissioner Hall.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
May 15 minutes.
It's nice to see some young people on
yeah.
board though.
Oh, thanks.
We just have to vote to approve the minutes. Okay, and lastly, we will just vote to approve the minutes from our last meeting for May 15th, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? And then we call roll.
Chairman Pucci,
Yes.
Vice Chair Risberger,
Yes.
Commissioner Maskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Baskin,
Yes.
Commissioner Lettuce,
Yes.
Commissioner Swan,
Yes.
Commissioner Hall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Joe, do you have a business card on you? By any chance?
I don't. In my truck I do.
His phone number's on this application,
Is it? Okay. Thank you.
probably.
Small town living.
Yes, it is.
A
Okay.
little different being on this board. Dave,
What's that?
you like being on this board versus?
You know,